first 3 units is completed, and 4th unit today's going on. Yesterday, nature of the scope of managerial economics, basic concept, and demand analysis, electricity of demand, and demand forecasting, theory of cost, and input output analysis, production function, perfect combination. Nature and the scope of macroeconomics, 4th unit. Nature and scope of scope சொல்லல எதிர்காலத்துல இந்த மேனேஜர் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் பொருளாதாரத்தை பற்றி எதிர்காலம் எப்படி இருக்கு, ஃபியூச்சர்ஸ் எப்படின்னு சொல்லல, அதான் ஸ்கோப். Macroeconomics is the study of aggregate economic behavior of the economy as a whole. Macroeconomics deals with output, total value of goods and service produced, level of employment and unemployment, average price of goods and service. It is also deals with the economic growth of the country, their relationship with the other countries, and the exchange value, the currency of international market. அதாவது இன்டர்நேஷனல் மார்க்கெட் சொல்றோம்ல, வேர்ல்டுல உள்ள பொருளாதார சந்தையில இந்த கரன்சி எப்படி இருக்கு. The major factor influence those outcome international market force like population growth, consumption behavior of the country. External forces like natural, climate, political instability, and policy-related changes such as tax policy. Government expenditure, budget, money, supply, and various other economic policies of the country. Therefore, it's essential to know the aggregate demand, aggregate the supply for the country. Government policy expenditure, government expenditure. This is nature of macroeconomics. Nature of the macroeconomics. The nature of subject determined on the basis of whether science as purely positive, theoretical, or normative policy orientation are both a positive science and a solution of practical problem and provide policy guidelines. Macroeconomics as both positive, theoretical, and policy orientation. So importance, the macroeconomics important. The major macroeconomic problem confronting most countries of the world is problem economic growth, unemployment, and inflation. First problem of economic growth. Economic growth ஆகுது, sometimes இன்னும் ப்ராப்ளம் வருது, அதை ரிவ்யூ பண்றாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் அன்எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட்னா வேலைவாய்ப்பு இல்லை. Third one, inflation. Yes, integrate the problems economic growth. Both developed and undeveloped countries have been strained, especially after the Second World War, to achieve and maintaining the high growth rate. While industry advanced nations have success in achieving a high growth rate during the post-war second period, most of the expecting Japan are still striving achieve a reasonably high growth of economic and sustain over long period to time. அதாவது over long period of time. Aggregate demand and supply. அதாவது demand தேவைக்கு ஏற்ப கிடைக்குதா, பற்றாக்குறை சொல்ற demand supply என்ன சொல்லலாம், the total quantity of output demanded at prevailing price level in given time period. அதாவது அந்த குறிப்பிட்ட time prevailing the price level in the given time period. Aggregate supply, the total quantity of output the producer are willing and able to supply prevailing price level in given time period.
Excuse me, sir.
To summarize the market activity of economic, the economic distributed by unemployment, inflation, and business cycle, various economic policies like fiscal policy and monetary policy are followed by the government to achieve the equilibrium between aggregate demand and aggregate supply. The following chapter will help understand the macroeconomic concept, the behavior, and its impact of the economic. Thus, is understanding of macroeconomics and policies is of utmost importance of the manager. Environmental at two level, prime level and macro level. Environmental two level one prime level and macro level. First one, economic policy. And economic policy economic policy. The achieve national level of full employment. Second one, to establishment the price inflation.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm not able to see the video which you're sharing.
Yeah. Class after class முடிச்சிட்டு PPT I will share.
இப்போ நீங்க ஏதாவது ஸ்கிரீன்ல ஷேர் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களா சார்?
ஸ்கிரீனே விசிபிள் ஆகல சார் உங்களுக்கு.
இப்போ நான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு PPT உங்களுக்கு நான் அடிச்சு முடிச்சிட்டு உங்களுக்கு ஷேர் பண்ணி விடுறேன். இப்போ நான் கிளாஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிறேன்.
இல்ல PPT இல்ல சார். இங்க ஸ்கிரீன் நீங்க காட்டுறீங்களா? அதுவே விசிபிள் இல்ல. ஸ்கிரீன் காட்டுறீங்களா? அதே தெரியல. அதுதான்.
எங்களுக்கு உங்க ஆடியோ மட்டும் தான் கேக்குது.
இல்ல அதான் ஆடியோ நான் உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தறேன். ஆடியோ கேட்ச் பண்ணீங்க. நான் PPT ஷேர் பண்றேன்றேன்.
இப்போ ஸ்கிரீன் இல்லையா சார் இப்போ உங்களுக்கு?
ஸ்கிரீன் இப்போ இல்ல, நான் உங்களுக்கு PPT ஷேர் பண்றேன் எல்லாத்துக்கும்.
அப்படியா? அப்போ ஆடியோ மட்டும் தானே இது?
ஆமா, ஆடியோ நான் உங்களுக்கு டீச் பண்ணல. அது நீங்க எதை பண்ணீங்க?
என்ன காட்டுறீங்கன்னு தெரியல. அதுதான் அது நீங்க காட்டுறதே ஒண்ணும் தெரியல. ஆடியோ மட்டும் தான் கேட்டு இருக்கு.
புரியல.
வெறும் ஆடியோ மட்டும் தான் சார் கேட்டு இருக்கு. ஸ்கிரீன் எதுவும் டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகல.
அதான் பாப்பா ஆடியோ மட்டும் தான் நான் உங்களுக்கு நான் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் ஸ்கிரீன் எதுவுமே நான் ஷேர் பண்ணேன். ஆஃப்டர் கிளாஸ் முடிஞ்சிட்டு உங்களுக்கு PPT ஷேர் பண்றேன்றான். ஓகேவா?
Yes sir, it will be helpful if you share the screen so that நாங்க பாயிண்ட்ஸும் செக் பார்த்து நீங்க சொல்ல.
அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் எப்படி சார்?
என்னப்பா சொல்லுங்க. புரியல. அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் நீங்க யாராவது அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணீங்க? எனக்கு கூகுள் ஷீட்ல வந்துச்சு. டீம்ல தானே எடுக்கிறேன். அதனால வந்து ஷீட் எல்லா நேம் வருது.
பேர் மட்டும் வந்துதா?
அபிநயா இருக்கு. நான் இது வச்சு நான் அட்டெண்ட் போடுறேன்ப்பா.
Seeing demand as a function of concepts as well as the number of theories as well as the concepts. So demand function is nothing but the relationship between the two or more variables. Okay, two or more variables such as prices and the quantity which you are demanded. Okay, in a given market, in a period of time, the demand function for a commodity, there is a relation between the various quantities of the commodity that might be bought and the determinants of the quantity. So in a given period of time, the demand function for a commodity, which is relation between the various quantities of the commodity that might be bought and as well as the determinants of the quantities. Okay, actually நான் எவ்வளோ நர்ஸ்க்கு ரெடியா இருக்கேன். அதோட அதாவது determine about the especially dealing with the price, income and the quantity which I'm able to pay for that. Demand function D equal to F. F represents within price, income, price of the related goods, taste, advertisement, and the utility. Okay, that is the U is represents unknown factors. Unknown factors na எனக்கு ஒரு சில ஃபேக்டர்ஸ்ல இல்ல அந்த ரீஜன்ல பர்టిక్యులர் ரீஜன்ல உள்ள ப்ராடக்ட் தான் பிடிக்கும். எஸ்பெஷலி இஃப் ஐ வாண்ட் டு ஆட்டோமொபைல்ல வந்து ஜெர்மன் மேக் ஆஃப் என்ஜின் உள்ளதான் எனக்கு பிடிக்கும். சம் ஆஃப் த அன்னோன் ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் இன் ஆர்டர் டு சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை மை desires. Okay, that is represents D equal to F. Okay, F it represents price, income. Okay, uh, P it represents P it represents price, Y is represents income, PR is the price of the related goods, T is represents taste and preferences, A it represents advertisement. So on the advertisement which is influence me to purchase of the particular product keeps on given in the Amazon advertisements. They are force you to buy the product, okay, because of the effective advertisement given in both this. So they are because of their advertisements given by few actress. So the unknown or familiar, it may be the factors that is the determinants of the demand. So next one is, what will be the law of demand? Law of demand is also known as first law of purchase. So first law of purchase, it indicates the relation between the price of the commodity and the quantity demanded. Okay, law of demand is nothing but the price of the commodity and the law of quantity demanded in the market. Okay, law of demand is nothing but it's a quantity demand, the price of the commodity and the quantity demanded, which it represents when there is a high in price, there will be a there is a decrease in demand. Okay, if it is in the low prices, and vice versa for the same. Okay, for example, if I'm going to book a ticket for the Vijay movie, that is a particular first day the show will the movie tickets will be high, and after few days, if I'm going to purchase the ticket, means it will be some sort of reductions will be, and so that is the law of demand. So under law of demand, it based on the few assumptions like people income being unchanged. Okay, okay, ப்ரைஸஸ்லாம் சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்கும், இன்கம் வந்து சேமா தான் இருக்கும். செகண்ட் ஒன் இஸ் த டேஸ்ட் வில் பி த ரிமைன் சேம். ஓகே, டேஸ்ட்ங்கிறது ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் டிட்டர்மினிங் த.
Hello.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் எஸ் எஸ்.
Good morning, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt. நிறைய பேர் லாபில வெயிட் பண்றாங்க, ma'am. Can
Yes.
you?
So under the law of demand, few assumptions like there is no changes in the income, there is no changes in the taste and preferences, and the prices will be the remain prices of other related goods, not the price of the goods. Prices of other related goods will be the same, and no substitute for the commodity. இப்போ என் ப்ராடக்ட்டை வாங்க போறேன், அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்டா நான் அதுலேருந்து சப்ஸ்டியூட் அவைல் பண்ண மாட்டேன். இப்போ மொபைல் வாங்க போறேன்னா மொபைல் தான் வாங்குவேன். ஐ எம் நாட் switch over to notepad. Okay, so that is I won't find the no substitutes. Okay, these are the law of demand. So after determining the law of demand, we will see what will be the demand schedule. Demand schedule is nothing but it's a list of or a list of the various quantities of the commodity demanded at the different prices. Actually, if I'm going to purchase a mobile, so who are the suppliers are ready to give with the prices low or high according to my all the taste, all the desires, all the attributes are available uh, in all brands. Okay, demand schedule is nothing but list of the various quantities of the commodity demanded at the different prices. Okay, so that is the individual demand schedule, or it may be a market demand. There are two types. It may be a individual demand schedule or the market demand schedule. So that can be represented with the follow below diagram. So if the price of the product is 10 rupees, okay, if the okay, if the price of the So according to the demand schedule, more units will be demanded at the low prices and less units are at the high prices. Okay. If the price of the product is 1 rupee, that quantity demanded will be 10. If it is 2, 8. Okay. If it is increase in price of 5, there is 2 quantity. Okay. X-axis represents the quantity demanded. Y-axis, X-axis represents the price per unit. Y-axis represents the quantity per unit. Okay. Is it clear? Any doubts? Any doubts, ma'am? Shall we move on to next one? Okay, next one is types of demand. Okay, types of demand. Under the types of demand, there are few types, namely price demand. So price demand, it refers the quantities of the commodity that consumer demand per unit in a different prices. Okay, assuming the income, taste, taste and preferences, price of the related commodities or remain same. Okay, only the changes in the price. Okay, but all the remaining should be the same. Okay, அதாவது prices-ல தான் சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். என்னன்னா ஒண்ணு ஹையா இருக்கும் இல்லைன்னா டிக்ரீஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ அது ஆல் அதர் ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் ரிமைன் த சேம்னா இன்கம் சேமா இருக்கும், டேஸ்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரிஃபரன்சஸ் சேமா இருக்கும், அண்ட் பிரைஸ் ஆஃப் த ரிலேட்டட் குட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ தி சேம். Okay, the curve, it can be it can be explained with the following diagram, that the x-axis represents the quantity demanded, x-axis represents the y-axis represents the price of the commodity, x-axis represents the quantity demanded, the dd is the demand curve. Okay, that is the straight line curve represents the demand of the quantity demanded at the price, different price. So second one is the income demand. So income demand, it means the quantities of the commodity which consumer will buy at different levels of income. Different levels of income. Okay. The different quantities, the quantities of the commodity which consumers will buy at different levels of income. While other incomes, other things like taste and preferences remains the same. Okay. Other things like taste and preferences remains the same. Okay. The different quantities of the commodity, different quantities of a commodity which consumer buy at different levels of income, which other things such as taste and preferences remains the
Hello,
same.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Ma'am, income demand கொஞ்சம் explain பண்ணுங்க ma'am.
Okay. இந்த இன்கம் டிமாண்ட்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த குவான்டிட்டி, அதாவது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் வாங்குற குவான்டிட்டி இருக்குல்ல, அளவு, அதை விட வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட், அதாவது என்னோட இன்கம் லெவல் கூட கூட என்ன ஆகும், இன்கம் லெவல்னா என்னோடது ஹையர் ஆக ஆக நான் என்ன அந்த வாங்குற பொருளும் திறனும் அதிகமாகும். எஸ்பெஷலி இப்ப அதுலயும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஆஃபர், டிஸ்கவுண்ட் அந்த மாதிரி கொடுக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகும், எனக்கு ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இன்கம் சேவ் ஆகும். அந்த சேவ் ஆகுற இன்கம்ல கூட ஐ ஜஸ்ட் பர்ச்சேஸ். டூ கண்டிஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஒன்னு, there is a changes in the income level, or if there is any offer, discount அந்த மாதிரி கொடுக்கும்போது we can save the amount and we can go for the next purchase. Okay, the different quantities of a commodity which consumer will buy at different levels of income. லெவல்னா ஹையா இருக்கும், லோவா இருக்கும், அண்ட் தேர் இஸ் அ சேவ்ஸ் ஆஃப் தி இன்கம். ஒரு பொருளை வாங்கும்போது இப்ப 10 rupees இருக்க பொருள் திடீர்னு டிஸ்கவுண்ட் அதுல வந்து 7 rupees ஆயிருந்தா the remain 3 rupees is we are saving the income. அந்த இதுல I'm just going for the next purchase. That is the different levels of income. So taste and all the things are remains the same. அது taste and preference இதெல்லாம் வந்து சேமா இருக்கும். So the
Okay, ma'am.
DD, okay, the income demand curve represents the income quantity relationship in the சேம் மேனர். அதாவது இன்கம் குவான்டிட்டி, அதாவது என்னோட ஹையா இருக்கா லோவா இருக்கா, என்னோட சேவ் பண்ண இன்கம்ல தட் இஸ் த கர்வ், அதாவது பெல் ஷேப்ட் கர்வ்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ இட் டிடி கர்வ் ஷோஸ் த price quantity relationship. It represents the price and the quantity. Okay. ஸோ இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து எம்னு இருக்கும். பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் எம்ல வந்து இந்த ஆர் குட்ஸ் வந்து, அதாவது குவான்டிட்டி டிமாண்டட் அட் வந்து என்னோட ஆர் லெவல் ஆஃப் இன்கம்ல வாட் வில் பி த இன்கம், என்னோட எம்னு இருக்கும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹையா இருக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த சேஞ்சஸ் இந்த இன்கம் வந்து போகும்போது ஆர் ஒன் ஆகும்போது இட் வில் பி தி M1. ஓகே, இன்கம் லெவல், அதாவது குவான்டிட்டி கம்மி ஆகும். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் கோஸ் ஃபார் தி, தெர் ஆர் தி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் இது. One was the given goods or the inferior goods. It's nothing but the consumer wants to buy this in a large quantity when there is income is less. Okay, the small quantity when there is income is more. Okay, அதாவது when the consumer wants to buy in large quantity when the income is less, whereas small quantity when there is income is more. Is a negative slope. For example, more demand of plastic when income is less, and when there is an increase in income, the demand shift towards the. Actually, இப்போ என்கிட்ட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் டப்பர் வேர் எப்போ வாங்குவேன், இது வந்து காஸ்ட்லி. ஓகே, என்கிட்ட இருக்க ஹையா இருக்கப்பதான் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் காஸ்ட் அபவுட் த குவாலிட்டி. ஓகே, அதுலயே கம்மியா இருக்கும்போது, அது ஹையா இருக்கும்போது நான் வந்து ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் மைண்டிங் ஃபார் தி குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் தி ப்ராடக்ட். அதே வந்து இதா இருக்கும்போது அது ஐ நெவர் மைண்ட் ஃபார் தி பிராண்ட் நேம் ஆஃப் தி ப்ராடக்ட், தட் இஸ் இன்ஃபீரியர் ஆர் கிஃபன் குட்ஸ். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் நார்மல் ஆர் சுப்பீரியர் குட்ஸ். Demand increases, there is a rise in income. There is rise in income. Demand increases when there is increase in income. Rise in income இருக்கும்போது demand எப்ப increase ஆகும்? It's like when I purchase, அதாவது நல்ல ஹையான இப்போ ஒரு 50,000 இமீடியட்டா எனக்கு கிடைக்குதுன்னா ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் கோயிங் ஃபார் பர்ச்சேஸ் ஆஃப் ஜுவல்ஸ், டைமண்ட் ஆர் வாட் எவர் இட் மே பி. ஓகே, தட் இஸ் அ சுப்பீரியர் குட்ஸ். ஸோ தட் கேன் பி எக்ஸ்பிளைன் வித் அ பிலோ டயக்ராம். ஸோ இதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா x axis represents the quantity demanded, y axis represents the income. So that can be with different points, M1 and the R2. That is the income level and the quantity demanded. Next one is the gross demand. Gross. Okay, different quantities of commodity the consumer purchase price unit of a type. Okay, price unit of a particular time kulla, that is a different price of related commodity, taste and preferences remains the same. There is a correlation between the commodity and price of the authors. It may be positive or negative according to the manner. So the commodities may be the substitutes and the complements. So when I'm going to Reliance Trends, I'm expecting what are the complements they are ready to give when I'm purchasing of the 3,000 or 5,000. So they are used to give a compliments like cooker or whatever the kitchenware items they used to give. And after that they used to give a.
ஹலோ மேம்.
Yes, ma'am.
மேம், இதுக்கு முன்னாடி பேசிக் கான்செப்ட்லாம் நடத்திட்டீங்களா மேம்?
ஆமாடா, நேத்திக்கு நான் இன்னொரு லிங்க்ல இருந்தேன், செகண்ட் லிங்க்ல.
ஓகே மேம். நான் வந்து இப்பதான் மேம் ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் வாட்ஸ்அப் குரூப்ல. அதனால ஒண்ணும் தெரியல. ஸோ அதான் மேம் கேட்டேன்.
அத லாஸ்ட் half an hour வந்தோம்னா we can give a recap. Don't worry. Okay.
ஓகே மேம். ஓகே மேம்.
அதோட ஆல்ரெடி அந்த செகண்ட் லிங்க்ல இருந்த பசங்களுக்கு ஆல்ரெடி சென்ட் இட் அண்ட் மெயில் தம் இன் வாட் ஆர் த பிபிடிஸ் விச் ஐ டேக் இன் தி ப்ரீவியஸ் கிளாஸஸ். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யூனிட்ல என்ன எடுத்தனோ அது அப்புறம் நான் அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டேன். இப்போ அந்த செகண்ட் லிங்க்ல இருந்தவங்க இதுல இருக்காங்களான்னு கூட எனக்கு ஐ டோன்ட் நோ.
ஓகே மேம். ஓகே மேம். ஓகே மேம். இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் क्वेश्चंस எதுவும் சொல்ல முடியுமா?
ஹலோ.
ஆமா, சொல்லுங்கம்மா.
நான் இருக்கேன் மேம். நான்
நீங்க
நேத்து
செகண்ட்
அட்டெண்ட்
லிங்க்ல.
பண்ணேன். ஆமா நேத்து இருந்தேன். இன்னைக்கும் இருக்கேன் மேம் நானு.
ஓகே, பெட்டர் யூ ஜஸ்ட் கன்வே தி மெசேஜ்.
இருந்த पर्सன்ஸ்லாம் லாபில வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க மேம்.
Yes, ma. Ask them to be kindly ask them to be join in this particular link. Yesterday we had a lot of disturbance when we are taking a classes.
Yes, ma'am. But
Ma.
yes, ma'am.
I
In the
just
link, ma'am. Lobby wait பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
okay, ma. Already I gave admitted to all the students. Okay, and if anyone is missing, means you just convey the message to the students. Okay. Okay, we
Okay,
can
ma'am.
have a recap. We can have a recap at the last 15 minutes. Don't worry. And one of the student I shared the PPT which I yesterday which we discussed in the class also. They had sent a mail. Few students have sent a mail, and I just gave a reply to one person. Okay, and even though I'm just send it to any representative from the group, ஏன்னா ஒரே ஒருத்தவங்க you can send a mail, and I just what are the things which we discussed in the yesterday class, I just send a mail. யாரா ஒருத்தவங்க மட்டும் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா ஈஸியா இருக்கும், பிகாஸ் எல்லாருக்கும் கன்வே பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். That person should be convey to the all the students. Who will take the
Ma'am.
responsibility?
Ma'am,
Huh.
I will take, ma'am. Actually, I have groups, ma'am, for that.
Okay, okay. Okay, ma.
I
Thank
will
you, ma.
mail you, ma'am. Myself,
மேம்
Vignesh.
ஃபைனலா இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் சொல்லிடுங்க மேம்.
சொல்லிடுறேம்மா. இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஸ்டின் சொல்லிடுறேன், ரீகேப் கொடுத்துட்றேன், அப்புறம் பிபிடி ஷேர் பண்ணிடுறேன். இன் பிட்வீன் எனி ஆஃப் தி பிடிஎஃப் கிடைச்சா கூட ஐ வில் சென்ட் இட் இன் தி மெயில். ஓகே, எனி
மேம்.
டவுட்ஸ்
தேங்க்
யூ
யூ ஸோ
கேன்.
மச்.
Actually personal number கொடுக்க கூடாது, that is the problem. And any inconvenience, any support if you want to have, I just send a message mail. Okay,
ஓகே மேம்.
thank you. We can
Thank-
continue.
ஓகே.
இன் பிட்வீன் யாராவது லாபில வெயிட் பண்ணா யாராவது கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு ஹிண்ட் கொடுங்க. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூடா. அண்ட் வி வில் கண்டினியூ த கிராஸ் டிமாண்ட். Cross demand is nothing but different quantities of the commodity. Different quantity na quantity la na high ah irukum, low ah irukum. That could be the consumer consumer purchase per unit of their type. இப்போ நான் வாங்க போற டொமேட்டோல இப்போ ஒரு 3 kg 3 kg மேபி என்னோட காஸ்ட் இஸ் அபவுட் 100 குள்ள இருக்கணும். ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் பட்ஜெட் வீக். அதுக்கு என்னோட இந்த டைம் பீரியட்ல எவ்வளவு பண்றேன், இந்த வீக்குக்கு எவ்வளவு வேணுமோ என்னோட ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் ஃப்ரேமிங் இவ்வளோ குவான்டிட்டிக்கு இவ்வளவுதான் ப்ரைஸ் அப்படிங்கிறத நான் டிட்டர்மைன் பண்ணிடுறேன். அதுல வந்து ரிமைனிங் திங்ஸா அதுக்கு ஸ்பேர் பண்றதுக்கு நான் ரெடியா இருக்கேன். ஓகே, consumer purchase per unit of a time at different prices of the related quantity. Because அது வந்து இப்போதைக்கு இந்த வீக்ல ஹையா இருக்கிறதுனால after 3 days I'm just postponing of this purchase and just purchasing the smaller quantity. Okay, while taste and preference remains the same. ஏன்னா என்னோட டேஸ்ட் நம்ம அதாவது ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் அதாவது டேஸ்ட் அதே தான் இருக்கும், ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ் அதே தான் இருக்கும். பிகாஸ் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் டார்கெட்டிங் என்னோட மொபைல்ல வந்து ஹை குவாலிட்டி நினைக்கிறேன். பட் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தி பட்ஜெட் கன்ஸ்ட்ரெயின் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் தி என்னது போஸ்ட்போனிங் டு நெக்ஸ்ட். அதாவது இருக்கிறதுல இப்போதைக்கு அதே மொபைலை வச்சு நான் பண்ணிப்பேன். பட் ஐ எம் ரெடி டு இது மைனர் சேஞ்சஸ், அதாவது மைனர் என்னென்ன ரிப்பேர் ஒர்க்கோ அதை மட்டும் நான் பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கறத ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் த ப்ரைஸ் வில் பி லோ, கெட்டிங் லோ ஆஃப்டர் ஃபியூ வீக்ஸ். That is the substitutes and the complements. ஓகே, என்னோட பட்ஜெட் இப்போ நான் இப்போ ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் மோடுக்கு பட்ஜெட் பண்ண ரெடியா இருக்கேன்னா அதுல வாட் ஆர் த காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் அண்ட் சப்ஸ்டியூட்ஸ் ஆர் ரெடி டு கிவ். அதுல காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட்ஸ் என்ன, ஆஃபர் என்ன, ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் நெக்ஸ்ட் பர்ச்சேஸ் என்ன கொடுப்பாங்க, ரிடம்ஷன் பாயிண்ட்ல தே ஆர் ஆஸ்கஸ் டு பர்ச்சேஸ் ஆஃப் தி பர்டிகுலர் ப்ராடக்ட். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் த கிராஸ் டிமாண்ட். ஓகே, 1 minute. Okay, next one is substitutes. Substitute is nothing but it's a positive slope where complements have a negative slopes. Okay, they are explain about the substitutes of the goods and services. Demand for the substitute goods, it's a started from the top to downward. Top plane the slope ஆகி downward க்கு வரும். So it's a complements have a negative slope and positive slope of the substitutes. The product or services satisfy the need of the consumer, that is another product and the services fulfills. Okay, இப்போ இப்ப ப்ராடக்ட் அண்ட் சர்வீசஸ் சாட்டிஸ் த நீட் ஆஃப் தி கன்சியூமர். ஓகே, another product or services fulfills their என்னோட இதை வந்து என்னது அனதர் ப்ராடக்ட் ஏதாவது நான் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் தி அனதர் ப்ராடக்ட். ஆக்சுவலி இதே பிராண்ட்லே அனதர் ப்ராடக்ட் எதெல்லாம் எனக்கு வந்து என்னோட பட்ஜெட்டுக்குள்ள வருமோ அதை வந்து ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் யூசிங் இட் சப்ஸ்டிடியூட். ஓகே, என்னோட பட்ஜெட்க்கு 50,000 பேக் பண்ணி என்னால மொபைல் வாங்க முடியாது. பட் ஐ கேன் கோ ஃபார் அ சப்ஸ்டிடியூட் ஆஃப் அனதர். அதுல வந்து குவாலிட்டி விச் வில் கிவ்ஸ் தி 25,000 எது கொடுக்குதோ ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் தட் ஒன். ஓகே, இஸ் இட் கிளியர்? Next one is complementary goods.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, complementary goods is nothing but there is a relation between the price of the another product. அதாவது I'm just அதாவது இந்த பொருள் வாங்கினா இன்னொன்னு என்ன கொடுக்குறாங்க. Okay, I'm just which is give it as an offer. I'm just இந்த என்னோட 5,000 பட்ஜெட்குள்ளேயே what are the compliments they are ready to offer me. ஓகே, என்னோட பட்ஜெட்டுக்குள்ள இப்போ நான் போறேன் அப்படின்னா, எஸ்பெஷலி ஒரு ட்ரெஸ் எடுக்க போறேன் அப்படின்னா, என்னோட பட்ஜெட்டுக்குள்ளேயே அதாவது பை ஒன் ஐம் ரெடி டு பை வித் 2 பீசஸ். அதாவது டாப்பும் இருக்கணும், லோவும் இருக்கணும். என்னோட பட்ஜெட் என்னன்னா 3,000. ஸோ ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் தி காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட்ரி ஆஃப் தட். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் it they are given examples like coffee with sugar, bread with butter, and DVD player with a DVD. That can be explained with a bell-shaped curve, and that can be y-axis represents the price of the product and quantity of the butter. X-axis. Okay, next one is அதாவது there is a shift in the demand curve. அதாவது ஹை லோ அப்படின்னு ஷிஃப்ட்னு சொல்றேன்ல, அந்த டிமாண்ட் கர்வை when more is demanded at each price can be because of the எதுனால more in more in demandனா என்ன ஆகும், என்கிட்ட நல்ல இன்கம் லெவல் இருந்தா ஐம் ரெடி டு பர்ச்சேஸ் அட் எ குவான்டிட்டி. எனக்கு எவ்வளவு தேவையோ அதுக்கு மேலேயே ஐ கேன் ஸ்டோர். ஏன்னா இப்போதைக்கு பிரைஸ் லெவல் கம்மியா இருக்கு, ஆனா என்னோட இன்கம் லெவல் ஹையா இருக்கு, அதனால ஐம் ரெடி டு ஸ்பெண்ட். Okay, a rise in price of the substitutes, a fall in price of the complement, there is a change in the taste in flavors of this commodity. Okay, ஆனா நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தது என்னவா பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தேன், என்னோட பட்ஜெட் வந்து ஒரு 10,000. ஆனா ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் என்னது பார்த்துட்டு இருந்ததுல சப்ஸ்டியூட்டும் இருக்கணும், காம்ப்ளிமெண்டரி இருக்கணும். ஆனா when there is a fall in the price of the complementary, அதாவது இதுல வந்து எவ்வளவு கொடுக்குறாங்க பை 3, ஆனா அதோட பிரைஸ் என்னது 5,000. ஓகே, 5,000 கொடுத்தா கூட நானா ஐம் ரெடி டு
மேம் சாரி டு இன்டரப்ட் மேம். லாபில வெயிட் பண்றதுன்னு சொல்றாங்க.
ஒன் மினிட்
மேம். ஹலோ.
ஏமா ஐம் அட்மிட்டிங்.
ஓகே மேம். மேம் அதே மாதிரி மெயிலும் நான் சென்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் மேம். நீங்க எனக்கு சென்ட்
விக்னேஸ்வரனா?
ஆமா மேம். ஆமா.
எஸ் விக்னேஷ். அண்ட் எல்லாருக்கும் கொஞ்சம் ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க. ஓகே,
ஷூர்.
அதான் தட் இஸ் த மெயின் திங். ஓகே, okay, that can be explained with the following diagram. That is, x-axis represents the quantity, y-axis represents the price. If the price is P, the quantity demanded will be the point at which Q, that the intersection point of we can connect the point DD, that is a demand curve. When there is a when there is an increase in or decrease in price, there is at the point is it increases at P1, quantity demanded will be a Q1. So that is the Q1 is the point of which one? Quantity demanded of the product. Okay, that we can call it as a shift of demand curve. Okay, so the intersection point of D1 that is the we can draw a SS, that is the supply curve. SS represents the supply curve. புரிஞ்சுதா? அதாவது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட்ல என்னது, என்னோட இப்போ ஒரு 10 rupees இருக்குன்னா 10 rupeesல என்னோட குவான்டிட்டி டிமாண்டட் என்ன இருக்கும், இது வந்து பி கியூன்னு இருக்கும். அப்போ பிரைஸ் வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்கு, ஹையா இருக்கும்போது லோவா இருக்கும்போது P லேருந்து என்னது T1 ஆயிடும். அப்ப குவான்டிட்டி டிமாண்டட் வில் பி மோர். 10 அதாவது 10,000 இருந்தது 5,000 ஆகும்போது automatically I'm ready to purchase at the larger quantity because they are giving a complimentary and complimentary பாத்தீங்கன்னா price வந்து கம்மியா இருக்கு. So I can go to purchase of the more quantity. ஏன்னா next purchase வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா எனக்கு first ஆடி ஆஃபர்லயே I'm ready to buy. ஓகே, அப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஆஃபர் காம்ப்ளிமெண்டரி எல்லாம் கொடுக்கறதுனால என்னோட குவான்டிட்டி will be more because of the low prices. Okay, the point at which P and Q intersection point we can draw a DD curve. Okay. Okay, next I'm going to. Okay, next one leftward. முன்னாடி பார்த்தது rightward. Okay, rightward and the leftward. The same explanation for the. மேம் ரெண்டும் ஒரே மாதிரி தானே மேம் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லாதீங்க. அதாவது இது வந்து இந்த சைட்ல வர்றோம். அதாவது ஒய் ஆக்சிஸ்ல இருந்து டுவர்ட்ஸ் டாப் டு டவுன் வரும் ரைட்வேர்டு. இது வந்து லெஃப்ட்ல இருந்து அதாவது ரைட்ல இருந்து லெஃப்ட்டுக்கு போகும். ஓகே, the point of D1, the arrow mark red, it represents that one. Okay, there is a left shiftward curve. Next I'm coming to the point of what will be the elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is nothing. It's introduced by Alfred Marshall. The quantity demanded for some commodities are more responsive to the given change of the prices. அதாவது என்னோட பிரைஸ் வந்து எப்படி, அதாவது குவான்டிட்டி டிமாண்டட் எது ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணும் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த பிரைஸ். there is a high in price, rise in price, there will be quantity demanded will be low. If there is a low in price, the quantity demanded will be high. Okay. Okay. In other words, demand for the certain goods are more elastic than the for remains for the other goods. So the elasticity of market is a great small according to the amount of increase in the fall in the price, and when there is a fall in price, the quantity demanded will be more, and when there is a rise in price, the quantity demand will be fall. Okay, it's that can be defined by Alfred Marshall. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? No.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. 1 minute. I'll admit the students. Yesterday we wrongly connected, I think, the ID. That's what we get. Lot of disturbances. So elasticity of demand, it depends upon the price of the product. Okay, the quantity demanded will be determined by the quantity, the price of the product. So there are a few types of elasticity in demand. First one is the price elasticity. Price elasticity is nothing but ratio of proportionate change in the quantity demanded of a commodity, proportionate change in the price. It is the proportional change in the price. It is the ratio of change in the quantity demanded. Quantity is relative change in the price. That can be explained with the formula. Okay, price elasticity, EP, it's nothing but price elasticity equal to relative change in the quantity divided by relative change in the price. Okay, EP equal to change in quantity divided by original quantity. That can be expressed with E within bracket P equal to DQ divided by DP or Q divided by P. That is the quantity demanded divided by relative change in the price. So that can be explained with a diagram. So y-axis represents the x-axis represents the quantity demanded, y-axis represents the price. So if the price is First start with the perfectly elastic, inelastic, and less than equal to. So perfectly elastic, okay, elastic greater than 1 and equal to unit, okay, that is equal to 1 and inelastic less than 1 and perfectly inelastic. There are few types in price elasticity. There are few types like perfect elastic, elastic, unit elastic, inelastic, greater than 1, less than 1, equal to 1, and okay, these are the price elasticity. Next one is income elasticity, I think so. So what will be the classification of the uh, price elasticity? If it is 0, okay, if it is 0, the quantity demanded does not change in the price changes. The price changesல வந்து எதுவுமே quantity increase ஆகல. Okay, that is the perfectly inelastic. Greater than 0, okay, greater than 0 but less than 1, greater than 0, okay, quantity demanded changes by smaller changes in the என்னது இது வந்து percentage changes in the low price. அதாவது low priceனால என்ன ஆக போகுது, நீங்க ஐபோன் வாங்க போற அப்படின்னா ஐபோன்ல வந்து என்னது நான் 80,000 இருக்குன்னா அவங்க ஐசிஐசிஐ பேங்க் ஐசிஐசிஐ கார்டு யூஸ் பண்றதுனால கேஷ்பேக் ஆஃபர் வந்து 1500 கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஓல்டு மொபைல் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் பண்றாங்க. there is a few changes that would not be a more quantity இருக்காது. ஓகே, that is inelastic. Okay, if it is 1, the quantity demanded change by exactly the same percentage as a low price. Okay, that is the unit elastic. So third one is greater than 1 but less than infinity. Greater than 1 but less than infinity, that can be described quantity demanded changes by a larger percentage than the low price. That is a greater than 1 but less than infinity. Okay, quantity demanded will be high, okay, larger, and percentage in the low price elastic, அதாவது infinity, purchase are prepared to buy all they can obtain at the some price and none all the slightly higher price, perfectly elastic. These are the types of the price elasticity. Already we discussed about the what do you mean by price elasticity after the diagrammatic explanations, and that is a perfectly elastic, perfect inelastic, unit elastic, equal to 1, perfectly elastic. Okay, next one is income elasticity. Income elasticity is a general concept. It determines based on the two variables. The two variables are the income and the price. Okay, income elasticity shows the extent to which the consumer demand, that is a result change in the income. So if proportionate change in the quantity demand of the commodity to a given proportionate change in the income. Okay, already I told you, if there is a level of income increases, automatically the quantity demanded will be more. If it is decreases, that is the thing. Income elasticity is equal to percentage change in the quantity demand of a commodity divided by percentage change in the level of income of the consumer. So income elasticity equal to dq divided by q equal to dy divided by y. dq, quantity demanded divided by dy is the income level, change in the level of income. So that can be simplified y divided by q, income divided by quantity. So it is a few types like less than unity, 0, unity elastic, greater than elastic, perfectly elastic. Okay, we can expect under in part B. Okay, elasticity equal to dq divided by dy or q divided by y. Finally, y divided by q. Okay, negative, perfectly elastic. So the relation between the income elasticity for goods and proportion of the income spent in the following assumption. Proportion of income spent on the good remains the same. யாருமா? விக்னேஸ்வரன்
சொல்லுங்க மேம்.
ஏமா?
இல்லைங்களே, நான் மைக்ல அன்மியூட் பண்ணலையே. மியூட்ல தான் மேம் இருக்கேன்.
இல்லம்மா வருதம்மா.
இல்லையே மேம், மியூட்ல தான் மேம் இருக்கேன்.
வீணு
சரி, ஓகே,
காமிக்குது.
நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேன்.
கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்ணிருங்க. ஓகே. Already I gave him muted all. Okay. First one is the income spent on goods remains the same. As income increases, the elasticity of the good is equal to 1. First one. Second one is income spent on increases as the எப்போ இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும்னா இன்கம் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆனா மட்டும்தான் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். தட் இஸ் அ கிரேட்டர் தென் 1. If it is income spent on goods decreases as the income increases. Okay. இது வந்து ஜுவல்லரி ஐட்டம். இட்ஸ் லைக் ஜுவல்லரி ஆர் சொபிஸ்டிகேட்டட் கார் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கதான். தட் இஸ் லெஸ் தேன் 1. ஓகே. Greater than less than. This can be explained with that 0, negative, unitary, greater than unity. Okay. Next one is the first one price, second one income, third one cross elasticity. Okay, cross elasticity. Two goods can either be substitutes of each other or complement. Substitutes or complement of கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? Automatic that is will be changes in the demand. Okay, there is a proportionate change in the quantity demanded of the commodity in the change in the price of related commodity. Okay, already I told you, na, if I have an idea to purchase the top, na, the other bottom and the so what are the complementary item they are ready to give? So if I have an idea to purchase of mobile, what are the charger or earbuds? So what are the complement they are given? Okay, that is the cross elasticity. That can be change in quantity demanded divided by change in the price level. Okay. Percentage change in the quantity demand of the commodity divided by percentage change in the related goods. Third one, that is the gross elasticity explained with the following diagram. One is the normal goods, luxurious, inferior. Okay. That is the gross elasticity can be positive, 0 or negative. If it is positive, when the two goods are perfectly substitutes. If there is a negative, there is a because changes in the complementary goods changes. Okay. Okay. Any doubts on this? Demand analysis.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Can we move on to next one? 1 minute.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Actually, I joined now only. Can you share after the class any recorded section?
The recorded one you can avail anytime. Okay.
Thank you.
Online நீங்க avail பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay.
Thank you.
மேம் ஒரு ஸ்மால் டவுட் மேம்.
சொல்லுங்க.
ஆக்சுவலா நான் வந்து டிப்ளமோ கேண்டிடேட், டிப்ளமோ இன் லாஜிஸ்டிக்ஸ் அண்ட் சப்ளை செயின். ஸோ எங்களுக்கு பார்த்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா செமஸ்டர் 1ல வந்து எம்பிஏ செமஸ்டர் 1 அண்ட் லாஜிஸ்டிக்ஸ் ஐ மீன் டிப்ளமோ செமஸ்டர் 1 வந்து சேம் டு சேம் டாபிக்ஸ். ஜஸ்ட் மேல இருக்கிற புக் கவர் மட்டும் தான் மேம் மாறி இருக்கு. ஸோ நாங்க இதுல அட்டென்ட் பண்றது ஈக்குவலன்ட் தானே மேம்? ஆக்சுவலா எங்க டிப்ளமோ இதுவும் கவர் ஆயிருது தானே மேம்?
ஆமாமா. உங்களுக்கு மேனேஜர் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, you have to write the subject also, no? Whether the same syllabus?
ஏன் மேம் சேம் சிலபஸ்? வெளியில அட்டை மட்டும் எம்பிஏன்னு போட்டா எம்பிஏ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு, டிப்ளமோன்னு போட்டு டிப்ளமோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் குடுத்துட்டாங்க மேம்.
syllabus எல்லாருக்கும் same syllabus தான் cover பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. Actually, what
ஆமா
are the
மேம்.
subject you have to study?
சேம் எம்பிஏல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமஸ்டர்ல இருக்கிற 5 சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸும் எங்களுக்கு அப்படியே இருக்கு. பட் ஒரே ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் மட்டும் புதுசா இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க மேம். அவ்வளவுதான் மேம்.
Okay, okay. அப்போ same will be appear for you also. Okay?
இப்போ நாங்க நீங்க குடுக்குற நோட்ஸ் பிளஸ் அதுக்கப்புறம் பிபிடிஸ் எல்லாமே சேம் டு சேம் தானே மேம் எங்களுக்கும்? ஏன்னா
ஆமா.
எங்களுக்கு தனியா கிளாஸ் எதுவும் கிடையாது.
தனியா கிளாஸ் கிடையாது. உங்களுக்கு ஒரே சிலபஸ். உங்களுக்கும் you
ஆமா
have
மேம்.
to write the 100 marks. Okay, there is no
யா மேம்.
changes in the what are the syllabus given for the MBA, you have to write the same thing. Okay,
ஓகே.
and what are the things we are discussed and what are the things we are sharing, you have to use for that. Okay,
ஷூர்
no
ஷூர் ஷூர்.
changes.
அப்சல்யூட்லி. தேங்க் யூ. தேங்க் யூ மேம். தேங்க்ஸ் அ லாட்.
What's your name? Abdullah.
அப்துல் ஹமீத் மேம்.
Okay.
ஓகே.
From you also I have received mail thing, I think so. Tell me
I
also.
I hope so. Yesterday I just speaking with Ramani sir. So he's from Anna University it seems. He said I have no idea regarding that. You please get in touch with some director level or some other persons. As you know,
Maybe
even in the inquiry they don't given proper explanation. So I just thought of giving an overview here itself, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for your confirmation.
okay, just mail me and also check with the concerned person for the confirmation.
Yeah, sure, sure, absolutely. Thank you, ma'am.
Anyhow, I have to cross check with the people also, no?
Oh my God. Okay, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Next one is demand forecasting. Demand forecasting for consumers.
மேம்
Uh-huh.
ஸ்க்ரீன் விசிபிளா இல்ல மேம்.
என்ன நான் ஷேர் பண்ணவே ஆரம்பிக்கல. நெக்ஸ்ட் யூனிட் என்ன எடுக்கணும்னு பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். Okay, I'm just going to next topic.
ஓகே 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 ஓகே.
That's what I'm just. Demand forecasting.
Ma'am,
சொல்லுங்க.
where we have to give our attendance, whether you have shared any link.
ஆமா.
Okay ma'am, thank you.
Better you just send a message in chat. Your talks like your name, batch, as well as the registration enrollment number.
Okay, okay, done. Thank you.
Kindly send your name, register enrollment number, and the batch. Next one is demand forecasting. Anyone is waiting in the lobby? Okay.
I'm sorry, madam. I have
Yes.
just one query. Is we have not sent any attendance in the chat box, but we were there in the complete class. I believe we
Oh.
have not got this instruction yesterday.
It's okay, no issues. Because everything is recorded, no. Maybe for that only they did ask us for the posting of the attendance. Okay, demand forecasting is nothing but yeah.
I'm sorry, madam. Let me complete. I'm so sorry. In other meetings, like they're sending the Google forms and collecting the attendance.
They didn't give any instructions, but you just send me a message.
Okay.
Your name, enrollment number, and the batch. That is enough for me.
Sure.
I'll just
Thank you.
because it's a recorded session, they can take it, and or otherwise I can send the attendance in the in a separate thing.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Or after the break, I'll give the Google Sheets. Okay, share this Google Sheets. Okay, next one is
Sure.
demand forecasting. Demand forecasting is nothing but prediction of the demand for the product or the service at the future date on the basis of the present and the past behavior of the some related event. Okay, it's nothing but estimate of the demand of a product or service within a situation, within a period of a time. So how we can forecast? Demand forecast is nothing but estimate or prediction of the demand for the product and services for a nearer future or some future dated on the basis of the present, current, as well as the past behavior of the some related event. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, what are the usefulness of demand forecasting? When we are seeing a usefulness, first one is the planning and decision making. Okay, and how we can plan? I have to get the answers like whom I have to produce a product, for what is the product, and how I'm going to make a product, what will be the cost, and what are the things I have to calculate it for the profit maximization. Okay, but the least cost, how I'm going to make it as the profit maximum of profit. That is, in order to take a effective plan and the decision making. Okay, in the all short, medium, and the long term. So it's a business forecasting, production analysis, and useful for the consumers to know the situations. Actually, what are the things they are expecting according to their taste and preferences. Actually, like the Samsung 21, I think so, the latest brand. Okay, it's a cost of 64, it seems. And in addition that, they are giving some credit card, debit card offer, as well as exchange of mobile in order to influence the consumer to buy the product. Okay, and we can determine the factors of production. What will be the what will be how many we can determine the factors of production in the whether we are going to produce with the process or methods or the manpower. Okay, or what will be the cost associated with the least cost. Okay, in order to whether we can make a cost in the only machine or it's a machine and demand made. So handling of the to how it will be applicable. So that are the things we can determine in order to take effective decisions. Okay, effective na, we can calculate the what will be the input converted as a output. That is the profit maximization. So first next one is factor determining the demand forecasting, especially for the non-durable as well durable and the non-durable. Durable, like the people used to have a within the social, the people wants to purchase the product for the social status and the prestige. Okay, especially if I want to buy a purchase of the flat அப்படின்னா, especially I'm just looking a flat in the Anna Nagar or in the Paris corner. So it's like a T Nagar, Tenam, Mount Road. So that is the image which is given in the public. And also I just want to have a existence of growth and the infrastructure. What are the facilities available? Okay, for the when they are producing of the durable items, and what will be the tax policy in the state, central, and the international in order to make a durable consumer product. So we can, what are the price constraint and the credit facilities available when they are producing of the consumer, a durable consumer product. When we are calculating non-durable, it's especially for disposable income, price, demography. Demography na age, income, and whether the marital status. So it associated factors relevant to the individuals. So next one is method of forecasting. First one is survey of bias intention. Second one is collective opinion method. Third one is expert opinion method, also known as Delphi method. Fourth one is a controlled method. Okay. So first one, survey of bias intention.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, ma'am.
Like some people are waiting in lobby. Could you please let them in?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Kavya, Satya, yesterday, Kavya, Satya, yesterday you are in the class, right? Kavya and Satya. So survey of bias intention based on the when they want to produce a product, especially they want to estimate or forecasting of the demand based on the primary and the secondary data. Okay, primary data na, we used to conduct a survey on based on the consumer, individual, and the group. Okay, we used to ask a few questions regarding of the product and the services. Based on that, we are going for the producing a product. So secondary is nothing but it's already in the already information available in the books, articles, journals, and websites currently, and we can get it as a advanced technology available in order to know the buyer's intention about the product, price, taste, preferences, whatever it may be. And we are collecting a opinion from the salespeople and salesperson. Okay, in the area wise, we used to collect north, south, east, west, and what will be the forecasting of the sales according to their needs and preference of the consumer. That is a collective opinion. So Delphi method is nothing but they have to collect the information from the researchers and experts. So it may be the giant leaders like they based on the topic they used to conduct a conferences, and some opinion poll will be conducted, and based on the topic if they want to conduct especially on the based on the informations, they are going for the process. Okay, last one is the controlled methods. These are the methods of forecasting. Next one is fourth one is business parameters. Okay. So when we are forecasting the business parameters, a few indicators like gross national product, industrial production, consumer credit, disposable personal income, and based on the stock prices, they can go for the demand. Okay, that is the forecastination of the demand. Next one is statistical methods like trend projection, graphical representation, least square, regression, correlation, call Pearson's. That is the few statistical methods for demand forecasting. Okay. Okay, these earlier we discussed about the demand forecasting. Next one is what are the steps in demand forecasting? First, we have to determine the objective. Okay, and what are the we are setting the goals of the organization. What are the things we are produce? Whom we have to produce? What will be the cost associated with when we are going for the product? And அதில் in particular பார்க்கறேன்னா இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டை வாங்கணுமா, whether we can go for buy or make. அதாவது ப்ராடக்ட்டை வாங்கி ரீசேலும் பண்ணலாம். When I'm going for manufacture the product, the cost will be the more. Better I can go for the option of buy. Okay, that is the determining the objectives வந்து என்னோட maximum profit with the least cost. And I just want to be a top 10 top 10 ல 3 இல்லைன்னா 1 ல இருக்கணும். Like Reliance. First they are started like Reliance, Petroleum. After that they diversify the risk into different scenario, different trends. அதாவது என்னது, according to the consumer taste and preferences, they are diversify the risk into number of folios. Okay, like இப்போ லாஸ்டா they are going to introducing a credit card, debit card. Okay, they are also the banking services enter into the um, financial services also. That next one is selection of the product. So for the least cost and maximum product, which will give us the short, medium, and the long term. That also I have to determine. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, next one is the selection of method. So selection of method is maybe, for example, when I'm going to produce a product, I have determined the cost of the product in the, whether the cost will be the least cost or operating cost or financial cost, which is gives the least. Okay, for the production method, whether I can go for the just in time or least, maximum, minimum, that is in order to save the inventory cost. For a financial method and for a determination of the capital, cost of capital, whether I can go for the deciding of the capital structure will be whether it's equity or equity with the preference capital, or I can go with the merger acquisition like that. That is a self method. Next is go for the interpreting all the results or the data I collected that can be converted as a information for all the department in order to achieve my objective. That is the what are the data to determine the demand that can be converted as a information. That information gives the objective of top one player. Okay, among the top 10, I just want to be a top one. So that that can be given in a different policy in among all the departments. That may be the policy of the marketing department, how I'm going to design, how I'm going to reach the consumer. That is the marketing policy. How I'm going to produce a product with a fixed cost. That is the production. And HR policy like right person for the right job. அதாவது மல்டிபிள் ஸ்டாலின்ஸோட இருக்கணும். How they are saying the as a diploma holders along with their MBA students. That is the thing. Okay. For financial structure, we have to determine the cost of capital as well as the maximum profit. Okay, these are the steps in demand forecasting. Okay, this is about the demand forecasting. 1 minute. These 7 students. Have you sent a message? Ma, can we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
can we have a break for 10 minutes?
Okay, ma'am.
1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, okay. Vignesh. Vignesh. Or
Yes,
Abdul.
ma'am. Yes. Yeah, yes,
Abdul,
ma'am.
can you send take a pic and as well as for all the messages which is in the chat box?
Yeah,
Can you
sure,
send it
ma'am.
to?
I will mail you. I will mail you, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Can we have a break for 10 minutes? I'll be in the link. You can join by 11:20. Okay? 11:15.
Yeah, ma'am.
11:50, 11:20 we can join.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And meantime,
Thank you,
you
ma'am.
can, what are the doubts you're having, you just have. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
What about now? Is it clear now?
Yes, yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Somebody is asking about the, what are the, how we can write the questions. If they are asking what are the types of elasticity of demand. Under the elasticity, 3 types. One is the price, income, and the cross. So 3 types. All the 3 types we have to give the meaning diagram and the explanation about the diagram. Okay, first if you are writing the price, after that what are the types of elastic, inelastic, that is equal to, everything we have to write under the, it will be comes on part B. Okay, if it is for the part C, we have to give the examples also. Okay, that is the thing I just want to share. For example, types of elasticity of demand. What are the factors determinants for demand forecasting? So we have to write about 7 factors. We have start with the meaning or definition of the demand forecasting. Next one is input-output analysis. Input-output analysis model is developed by Professor Vasily Leonov in the year of 1954. Actually, in this analysis measure that is a inter-industry relationship. Okay, inter-industry, how the inputs are converted as the output. Okay, actually already I told you, when we are as raw materials are வாங்கும்போது, that raw materials வாங்கி conversion போய் after completion it will be a high cost. Then better we can buy it all the when we are manufacturing, when we are giving அதாவது producing a car. Actually அதுக்கு எல்லாமே என்னது, we are using a glass, tire, and all the accessories we are just make it as a base level. We are assembling all the parts. Okay, so input on output analysis is the inter-industry relationship in order to understand the dependency and complexities of the economy under all the conditions in order to get the equilibrium of the supply and the demand. That is the input output analysis to attempt to take account
I'm sorry
of
for
general.
interrupting. The PPT is not visible.
Okay. So input output analysis is it represents it's a take account of general equilibrium. Equilibrium is nothing but there is a intersection point at which demand and supply. Okay, the point at which intersection between the demand and supply. General equilibrium phenomena in all the analysis under the production. Okay, all the analysis under the production. So what are the characteristics under input-output analysis? So input-output analysis, it's concerned with the production only. When I'm going to produce a product, the cost will be operating and non-operating cost will be more. Then I can go the option bar, buy the product, and I'm just in this, I'm just buy the product. Actually, buy பண்ணிட்டு அதுல என்னோட brand name மட்டும் stick பண்ணிக்கிறேன். So that is the different input must be used up in the production process to certain output commodity. Here they are explained as in how the inputs are converted as the output. Okay. So productive factors in the state of technology. What are the technology we are using? All the technical factors of production plus all the technological. So it's empirical investigation from in order to get the general equilibrium. So it's a general equilibrium theory. General equilibrium is nothing but there is the intersection between the point at which demand as well as the supply. So if you are seeing the main elements of input-output analysis, it is concentrated in the economy, which is equilibrium. Okay, which is on the equilibrium. actually not the partial equilibrium analysis. It's concentrated about the general equilibrium analysis. So, and does not cover the demand analysis. It deals exclusive for the technical problems of the production. Already I know. No, actually, if it is covered, if you are going a production of machine or man or machine and man with, so what will be the contributions when we are going for the production? So it based on the empirical investigation and the few assumptions. So what are the assumptions? If you are seeing assumptions like the whole economy is divided into two sectors. One is the inter-industry sector and the final demand sector. Inter-industry sector is nothing but they used to receive a raw material. They after that receiving there it goes for the process. After that, as soon as it goes process get over its final destination to the channels of distribution. The channels may be the wholesaler to the retailer to the final destination consumer. So, for example, only to the consumer. Okay, consumer like Amazon to the consumer. Okay, the total output of any industry sector is generally is used by the final demand sector. So இது எல்லாம் பேஸ் பண்ணி இருக்க ஒரே செக்டார் வந்து என்னது the demand based on the demands. So here they are no two products are produced jointly. Only the each industry produces only homogeneous product. Under input output analysis, they are producing a homogeneous product. So soap are relevant all the items they are producing. Okay, all the detergents they are producing. Okay. The consist of returns. The return scale, constant return scale. Under constant scale, the factors of production will be the same. Okay. Manpower, other labor, material, methods, everything should be same. And there are no external economies and diseconomies of production. Okay. Under the there are no external economies and the diseconomies of the production. The combination of inputs are rigidly fixed proportions. Okay, standard, that fixed proportions are there is no flexibility in the production sector. Two parts. One is a construction, another one is a construction of the input output table and the input output model. Okay, they are concentrated about the two parts. One is the construction of the input output table, another one is the model. Okay, so first one is a table. The comprises the four quadrants. Okay, அதுல 4 quadrant பிரிக்கிறாங்க. Quarter 1, Quarter 2, Quarter 3, Quarter 4. Okay. First one is the inter-industry transaction. As soon as they are receiving which on raw material and they are paying all the payment of industries to the factors of production. Factors of production, labor, material. So manpower method, எல்லாருக்குமே they are given as the finally it's input is converted as a final product and final is a direct sales to the factors of production to the final users. So it's last one is first as soon as they are receiving input converter as a first one is input converted input conversion. Second one is a payment to the all the industries. Third one is final product and final product is final fourth one is the channels of distribution. Okay, quadrants 1 and 2 are reflect. There's a table. First one table, second one model. Okay, this table that is the demand of the intermediate users and the final demand that can be explained with the in the table. The two rigid hands quadrants are recorded and left hand it reflects the intermediate users. Okay, that is they're explaining the quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this can be explained with the final consolidated table 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. X stands for the value of output. Quadrants. Input output analysis. all the these are the output of the, this will be the inputs are converted as a output. Here the single subscript that has been used to indicate the origin of output. Payment on X2, X3, X4. X1 is a model. Okay, why we have to use the model? For there are two purposes. All the countries which adopt some kind of planning, okay, especially for consistency in plans. Consistency in the plans in the least cost attainment, they are following a consistency plans. So it's nothing but technique for projection and forecasting purpose. Okay, and forecasting is nothing but it predicts what will happen in the near future. So input-output analysis used for examining the economic feasibility. Economic feasibility is nothing but before they have manufactured the product, before going for the joint venture, they used to conduct a study for what will be the they are used to project for the technical marketing and system, technical marketing, HR, and the which one, production analysis. Okay. Okay. This is of the input output analysis. Next one is consumer behavior. Okay.
Hello, ma'am. One doubt, ma'am.
Tell me.
மேம் இப்போ நம்ம கிளாஸ் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணோம்னா சாட்ல வந்து நம்ம நேமும் ரெஜிஸ்டர் நம்பரும் சென்ட் பண்ணுமா மேம்? வாட் மேம்?
Name, enrollment number, and your batch number இருக்கும்ல, the year C23, A23, like that you have to type.
நம்ம ஃபீஸ் பே பண்ண ரிசிப்ட்ல இருக்குமா மேம்?
என்ரோல்மெண்ட் நம்பர் இல்லையா?
எஸ் மேம், ஐடி கார்டுல இல்ல மேம்.
ஐடி கார்டுல இல்ல. உங்களோட என்ரோல்மெண்ட் நம்பர் ஐடி கார்டுல இருக்குமே, எப்படி இல்லாம இருக்கும்?
ஓகே, நான் செக் பண்ணிட்டு கூப்பிடுறேன்.
ஐடி கார்டுல இருக்கு. So next we are going to discuss about the consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is nothing but study of when, why, how, where people do and do not buy the product. Okay, when we are buying a product, what to buy, how to buy, when to buy, and how much to buy. So it basically depends upon the purely on the psychology of the consumer. Okay, it is nothing but understand the buyer decision, both individual as well as the group. Okay, so as an individual consumer, it based on the demographic and behavior aspect to understand their wants and their needs. புரிஞ்சுதா? கேக்குதா?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it's the psychological behavior about the individual as well as the group. So when we are studying about the consumer behavior, mainly focus of customer satisfaction. So customer is the person which is presently. What are the actual exist? So what are the types of consumer? So we can there are few types like consumer, also known as buyer. This consumer can be classified as a customer, institutional buyer, or ultimate consumer. There are 4 types. So 1 minute. Consumer is a purchaser of the goods and services for immediate use of consumption. Immediate use or consumption. Consumer is a purchase of goods and services for immediate use or consumption. Okay. Buyer is not a person who purchases of goods either or resale. Okay. Either he is a purchase of good. Buyer is a person who purchase goods either for resale or use of production or using of somebody else. Okay. Okay. Customer is a person who purchase the goods for his own use. For the self-consumption we are purchasing. Institutional buyer is either government institutions or it may be the private organization. Okay. What are the characteristics or features of consumer behavior? What is the process consumer decide what to buy, when to buy, how to buy, where to buy, and how much to buy? So consumer behavior is a process. Consumer is a process to decide about their what to buy, how to buy, when to buy, and where to buy. Okay. இப்போ டக்குன்னு விலை கூடி இருக்கு அப்படின்னா என்ன செய்வோம், என்னோட பிஹேவியர் வந்து குறைஞ்சிரும். அதாவது அதே there is a drastic changes in the prices according to their, it's a psychological attitude of the consumer. So second one is both mental as well as the physical activities of the behavior. எனக்கு என்னதான் லாங் டர்ம் நீட் இருந்தா கூட ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் வெயிட்டிங் ஃபார் தட் prices to be down. Okay. So behavior is a complex and dynamic which is keeps on changing constantly. There is a keeps on changing constantly. Third one is the individual buying behavior is affected by various internal factors like needs, wants, attitudes, and motives. Okay. Internal factors like needs, wants, attitude, motives. External factors like social group, culture, status, environmental factors. Okay. So consumer behavior starts before buying and even after buying. Okay. These are the characteristics of consumer behavior. So what is the need for consumer behavior? What is the need or importance of consumer behavior in order to making a better strategy for how we can increase the profits with a competitive environment? Okay. Next one is to take a consideration consumer health, hygiene, and the fitness. Third one is about the buying decision and also how consumer make consumption. Fourth one, there is a changes in consumer, frequent changes in the taste and preferences. Okay. And consumer behavior is a study to make a pricing policies. Okay. Actually, when we are in the introduction stage, how we can fix a price, whether we can in penetration or skimming, and how to avoid the market failures. Okay, these are the importance of consumer behavior. What are the types of consumer behavior? It's a complex, dissonance, variety seeking, habitual. There are 4 types of consumer behavior. So next one is buying motives. According to Dugan, that is the buying motives is influences a consideration which provides impulse to buy. Impulse to buy like even though I have a need, I have the wants in the particular product. I'm just waiting for the prices to be down. Okay, that is the induce action or determine the choice of purchase of the goods and services. That is the buying motives. What are the types of buying motives? First one is the product patronage, product and the patronage. Product motives are the primary as well as the secondary. Primary compulsory daily essentials என்னென்ன அப்படிங்கிறது. Secondary I'm just go with இப்போ primaryல வந்து mobiles also first period வந்துடுச்சு. So secondary is mobile இல்லாம I can secondary என்னென்ன இருக்கோ, what are the things. I'm just going for the luxurious items. Patronage is depends upon the price, quality, location, service, variety, personality of the owner. So it could depends upon the factors. Third one is emotional, because of the love of others, vanity, recreational, emulate, comfort and convenience. These are the motives for the emotional buying motive. Rational motives like monetary gain, efficiency, dependability. Okay. Inherent and the learned motives. Inherent motives is nothing from the physiological and basic needs. Inherentனா இப்போ எனக்கு பசிக்குது சாப்பிடணும், அதுக்காக கம்பல்சரி ஐ ஜஸ்ட் preparing food, or if I hunger, thirst, sleep, these are the inherent motives. And also feels இதுல வந்து சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷனும் இருக்கும், டிஸ்சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷனும் இருக்கும். பட் மென்டலி ஐ ஜஸ்ட் வாண்ட் டு கெட் ஃப்ரீ அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம வாங்குறோம். Learn motives is nothing but is a person from the environment or educations like social status, acceptance, peer security, the learn motives. Next one is physiological and social buying motives. Physiological motives are especially for when we go for purchase, especially learning and perception or attitude. Learning or perception or attitude. Social buying motives are those which are influenced by the society. சொசைட்டிக்காக நான் ரோல்ஸ் ராய்ஸ் வாங்கணும், ஆனால் பட் ஐ கேன் பை த கார் ஆஃப் ஒரு ஸ்மால் சைஸ் பட்ஜெட் கார், ஃபோர் சீட்டர்ஸே போதும். பட் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் த இமேஜ் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் ரெடி டு பை ரோல்ஸ் ராய்ஸ். ஓகே, that's the thing. How we can take a decision as a consumer? We can take a decisions whether the screen is visible. First one is a problem recognition. கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது மேம், கேக்குது.
Yes ma'am. தெரியுதா? Screen is visible.
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Okay, first we have to identify the problem. Second one is identification an alternative. And after when we are going for the அதாவது as a consumer first identify பண்ணிடுறேன், alternatives search பண்றேன். So second one is what are the problems. So after the problem, they used to go for evaluate number of alternatives. Among the alternatives, they evaluate the alternatives. So it's a post-purchase and the pre-purchase. Okay, that is can be explained with the diagram. What are the factors influencing of the consumer behavior? The factors are namely psychological, social, personal, cultural, economic, and environment. Okay. Social factors like reference group. Okay, role and status, family. Okay, because of the status I have an okay family. So family status kaha avanga maintain பண்றாரு. Personal like age status, age, stages in life, and occupation, economic occupation in economic status, lifestyle, personality. Psychological factors like consumer needs motivation, that is hierarchical needs theory. Okay, esteem, self perception, high, low, and the mari perception, learning, belief, attitudes. That is a psychological, cultural, and the culture, subculture, social class. Economic factors, personal income, family income, income expectation, savings, liquidity, consumer. Environmental factors, political, legal, technological, ethical consideration. These are the factors, especially for consumer behavior. Okay, next one is the segmentation. Segmentation is nothing but identification of subsets of buyers within the market. Okay. Okay. Overall strategy, design on basis of subject, selected profile, evaluate social segments. Okay. What are the products? So that they are having a checklist. They determine product diversity, product differentiation. So if you are seeing a difference between market segmentation and product market and the product, it's the market is only for the consumer. Okay, a product is only for manufacture of the how the raw material consumed as a market segmentation focus on the group of consumer, and for product they focus on the product differences. Okay, அதாவது இப்போ சோப்லையும் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இருக்கணும், அதே இது வந்து டிடர்ஜென்ட் அதாவது வாஷிங்லேயே இருக்கணும், அந்த இதுலேயும் இருக்கும் பர்சனல் யூஸ்க்கு இது இருக்கணும். ஸோ ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆன் தி தேர்ட் ஒன் இஸ் attempt to match the supply with the demand. Okay, here attempt to match with the demand with the supply. எதுக்கு என்னோட டிமாண்ட் என்ன இருக்கோ அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி ஐ ஹாவ் an idea to supply. Okay. Okay. This is about the product. Okay. Consumer behavior over. Next one is consumer equilibrium. Behavior over. The durables and capital goods. Consumer durable and capital goods. Okay.
மேம் ஸ்க்ரீன் ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்றீங்களா மேம்? ஸ்க்ரீன் எதுவும் விசிபிளா இல்ல.
இல்ல இப்பதான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போறேன். I'm searching for the slides. After that, I'll start. Okay, in goods we have number of types. Okay, primary goods, secondary goods இருக்கும். அதுல especially we are going to see about capital goods and the consumer goods. Okay, the goods which are used to produce a consumer goods and services is known as capital goods. Okay, capital goods are like fixed plant and machinery, all the assets. Okay, all the assets which are produced to for consumer goods and services is known as capital goods. Okay. all the fixed assets and all the fixed assets. இதெல்லாம் planted machinery, land, furniture. So in order to produce a product and services for the consumers, that is the capital goods. Okay. Okay, consumer goods and services satisfy the consumer goods and services to satisfy the needs and desires of the consumers. Green Tayeda? Visible only, no? Visible only, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Very, very.
So consumer durable and non-durable. So consumer durables are to the flow of satisfaction utility over for the, it's like durables like washing machine, or it may be the mobile phones. Non-durables like we can have a coffee or it's especially for own consumer own consumptions. Okay, services like how we can go for haircut as well as the parlor which we are availing the services. Okay, to satisfy the needs and the service needs and the desires. So capital goods examples, infrastructure, bulky capital, working capital, digital platform, server, so traffic control. Okay, these are the consumer equilibrium. Equilibrium. That is utility analysis. Okay, that is utility is nothing but the want satisfying the want satisfying the power of goods and services. Okay, எனக்கு என்ன தேவையோ என்னோட விருப்பத்தை எதெல்லாம் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்ணுதோ அதை தான் நம்ம யூட்டிலிட்டி தரும். And it's the term utility is also known as screen தெரியுதா? It's visible, no?
No, ma'am. Screen தெரியல,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Screen
one
தெரியல.
minute. தெரியல மேம். ஓகே ஓகே, இப்போ தெரியுதுல்ல?
No, ma'am. Black
தெரியுது, present பண்ணிட்டேன்.
தெரியுது,
இப்போ
தெரியுது,
present
ma'am.
பண்ணிட்டேன்.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Present
ma'am.
பண்ணிட்டேம்மா, present பண்ணிட்டேன். Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
now we are discussing about consumer equilibrium. Okay, equilibrium also known as utility. Okay, utility is nothing but how they are satisfying the needs of the consumer. அதாவது it's nothing but they are want satisfying power of goods and services, and also known as satisfaction. Satisfaction derived from the consumption. Okay, ஆக்சுவலா நான் என்ன கன்சியூம் பண்றனோ அதுல இருந்து ஐ ஃபீல் ஹாப்பி. இஃப் ஐ ஆக்சுவலா அந்த மொபைல் யூஸ் பண்றதுனால என்ன கேட்பாங்க, இட்ஸ் இட் கிவ்ஸ் a social image. Okay, if I'm using a iPhone. Okay, and if I'm wearing, if I'm if I'm wearing a US branded US Bolo அந்த மாதிரிலாம் யூஸ் பண்ணேன்னா that is a social image. Okay, that is people used to have a especially for images. Okay, so it's based on the fancies or subjective or views of the consumer. So it's people used to have called as cardinal utility analysis by the traditional neoclassical economist. They are measured in the cardinal utility analysis. So what do you mean by cardinal utility theory? It assumes that utility can be measured in terms of cardinal. So as a rational consumer maximize u, அதாவது maximum satisfaction ஒன்று இருக்கும். அது எதெல்லாம் இருக்குன்னா, ஒன்னு வந்து want, it may be the wants or it the taste or income. It all the factors are constant. Okay, there is no changes in the time. அது ஸ்டாட்டிக்கா இருக்கும். இந்த இன்னைக்கு டேக்கு நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா, ஃபுல் டே கிளாஸ்க்கு உங்களுக்கு how I'm going to satisfy. Actually, உங்களோட what's your satisfaction? How can I satisfy you? I have to complete all the syllabus and also share the PPTs or the lectures which I delivered in the uh, direct or indirect way. So அதை வந்து ஷேர் பண்ணிட்டு இன்ஃபர்மேஷனுக்கு ஷேர் கொடுத்துட்டு oral as well as a written how I'm going to sharing the information. That is the satisfaction as a consumer. So consumer is independent, not influenced by the other factors like snop effect, band effect, and இந்த effect கிடையாது. So it apply law of satisfy. So next one is total utility. Total utility is nothing but aggregate utility. So the consumer gets from the total number of what will be the total unit consumes. Okay, it's a moment of time the consumer increases his consumption, the total utility also increases. This increases as a diminishing rate, reaching level of maximum satisfaction, the point of satiety, and total utility starts decreasing. And that is next one is first one வந்து நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம், total utility. Next one is marginal utility. MU is the additional satisfaction from the consuming the additional unit of commodity. Okay, additional satisfaction as a consumer, I'm using consuming of the additional commodity. So MU equal to change in the total utility divided by the change in the quantity demanded. Okay, marginal utility that can be represented with the equation, that is marginal utility x equal to change in total utility divided by change in quantity of the commodity, that is x. Okay, next one is law of diminishing marginal utility. It's nothing but consumption of any commodity increases, the marginal utility will start decreasing. Commodity increase automatically. So that can be explained with the following table. Number of eggs consumed, they are total utility and the marginal utility. Okay, 10, 18. இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா marginal utility addition of the unit. Total utility it's included in the marginal, அதாவது addition யூஸ் பண்றதுனால 10 plus 8, so total utility. 18 plus 6, 24. So 24 plus 4, 28. That can be explained. That can be explained with the pictorial. When total utility is maximum, okay, is rising, marginal utility greater than the 0. So அதாவது total utility raise ஆகும்போது marginal utility is greater than 0. When marginal utility is maximum, margin equal to 1, MU is equal to 1. So greater than, less than, equal to. Falling, fall ஆகுதுல, that are fall ஆகுது. That can be explained with the pictorial diagram. Okay, what is consumer's equilibrium? As a rational consumer, how they are satisfied? Okay, rationality implies that is a maximum satisfaction or utility. Okay, that is maximum utility here that can be represented in the 6x. Okay, the maximum utility. When TU is maximum, it may be the free goods or no prices. அதாவது ஃப்ரீ குட்ஸ், அதாவது சப்ளிமெண்ட்ரியா காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட்ரியா வாங்கியிருக்கேன், நான் அதுக்கு எதுவுமே பே பண்ணாத போது தட் இஸ் த மேக்ஸிமம் utility. When TU is maximum, MU is 0. So beyond 6x, there is disutility of the curve. So consumer will stop this consumption when TU is maximum or MU is 0. Okay. What is the relationship with P? Okay. Equilibrium with the price. That can be explained with the diagram. Okay. Consumer surplus. Okay. You and the demand flow. You have to study about the marginal utility, total utility, and the consumer utility. Three things is enough. Okay. Next, now time is 12 o'clock. Unit test. Market structure. That is important thing. Okay, next market structure. The term market is derived from the Latin word marketer. Okay, market is nothing but in commonplace one who meets buyer and the seller, meeting together and exchange of the goods and services. So, if you are seeing a definition, market is the area or atmosphere for of the potential exchange. Okay, that is defined by Philip Kotler and Tom Mitchell. So when you are seeing a market classification, that is a geographic on the basis of importance, on the basis of business, on the basis of economics, on the basis of time, and the basis of nature of goods and goods. A price determinants of demand and the supply. Okay, if the price is 50, the demand will be 100. Okay, if a price on the higher இருக்கும்போது demand low இருக்கும் and the supply will be more. Okay, the price is 40 rupees, that is demand will be 120, 30 rupees, 150, 20 rupees, 200. The quantity demanded will be more. The price is low, the demand will be more and supply will be less. Okay, if the price is high, the demand will be less and the inverse relation between the demand and the supply. That can be explained with the diagram. Y-axis price, x-axis quantity. That is the intersection of D. The DD is represents the demand curve. SS is represents the supply curve. The point at which intersection of DD and SS, right? That is O. That is the equilibrium point. Okay. One minute. நீங்க பாரு வீட்டுல 2 பேர் நிறைய பேர் நின்றுட்டு இருக்காங்க யாருமே காணல. So the intersection of point at which DD and SS, E, that is the equilibrium point. Okay, Rita, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Long term, short term curve கொஞ்சம் தப்பாவும் இருக்கும். Marginal equilibrium point. perfect competition. Okay, different market structures. A market can be classified into perfect, imperfect market. For the imperfect market can be classified monopoly, monopolistic, oligopoly, duopoly, monopsony, bilateral, oligopoly. Okay, these are the market structures, perfect and imperfect. So imperfect can be further classified into 6 categories. So perfect market is nothing but there are large number of buyers and the sellers. They are producing a homogeneous product, pre-entry and exit, perfect knowledge and indifference, non-existence of transport cost, perfect mobility of the resources. So equilibrium of the firm under when we can perfect competition. The position where no incentive either to expand or contrast in the output. There are 2 conditions for the attainment of equilibrium. One is marginal cost must be equal to marginal revenue. Yeah, MC equal to MR. So marginal cost curve should cut the marginal curve from the below. Okay, that is the marginal cost is nothing but is additional cost when we are producing an additional product. Already I told 10,000 produce பண்ண போறேன்னா, if I'm going to increase 10,100 that is the additional cost incurred for the product. Marginal revenue is the additional revenue when you are selling one additional unit of output. When the firm increases its output, marginal cost equals the marginal revenue. Cost is greater than the marginal revenue, the firm reduces its production. The point at where MC equal to MR, that is the equilibrium point. Okay, marginal cost curve should cut the marginal curve. Okay. If it is above, that is the scope of increase of the output. Okay, below that is the slope downwards. Up and low, equilibrium. Okay, it is only the upward sloping marginal curve, the firm attains the equilibrium. And the reason is marginal cost curve when raising cuts the marginal revenue. Okay, that is the thing. Marginal that can be explained in the following diagram. That is the cost of revenue and the output. Okay, the curve, bell-shaped curve represents the MC, marginal cost. Okay, the straight line curve represents the L. Okay, that is the long-term curve. The point at which R and T, it's the intersection of the point of N and M. That is output equals intersection of the cost of revenue. That is at this point, marginal revenue equals the average revenue equals demand. Okay, there is a equilibrium point in the perfect market. Next one is the price level and the marginal cost. The marginal price level is also represents marginal revenue, average revenue, and the demand. Marginal revenue, average revenue, and the demand are the same in perfect competition to the price level. So marginal cost curve is the U-shaped curve when they are intersection of point of MR at already I told already I gave the explanation. Intersection of R and T. So R is MC curve, cut the MR curve, marginal revenue curve below cut pannu. So that is not a equilibrium. So downward curve, upward curve. Okay, that is the T is the equilibrium point. That here the 2 conditions are satisfied. 2 conditions are another. That is the output increases beyond the stage of marginal cost curve. Next one is a short-term equilibrium. A short-term equilibrium in perfect competition. That is short-term equilibrium is SRMC, SRAC, average revenue curve. L1, L2, L3, L1, L2, average revenue 1, 2, quantity and the output. Output can be with the point of M and M1. Revenue is R, R1, R2. Okay. The point at which P intersects M, we can, that is a bell-shaped curve, upward curve of that is I. Okay, that is the I, that is the point of equilibrium at the short term. Okay, the point is P and the L. There is a straight line curve of okay, that is the explanation. Long run equilibrium under the perfect competition. Long run is attains the equilibrium. The cost and the average cost equals the marginal cost. Okay. அதாவது ஆவரேஜ் காஸ்ட்டும் மார்ஜினல் காஸ்ட்டும் ஆவரேஜ் ரெவன்யூ ஆவரேஜ் marginal revenue equal இருக்குது. So only a normal profit. So under this, that can be average cost equal to marginal cost equal to average revenue equal to average cost. That can be explained with the diagram. That is MC/AC intersection of the MR equal to AR. The point at which UM. Okay. The straight line curve of PL. That is the explanation. Pricing under perfect market. So under perfect market, there are large number of buyers and sellers with a homogeneous product. Okay, அதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா fixed prices. No single, ஏதாவது நிறைய காம்படிட்டர்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால சிங்கிள் செல்லர் வந்து ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஓகே. So the short period depends upon the pricing competition. Pricing determination in the market period. Price determination in the short period called as market price. The market price on the main are determined by the there is equilibrium point of demand and the supply. So it may be the classified perishable and the non-perishable. Perishable like milk, easy on the milk, flour, vegetable. Okay, this will not increase in a short span of time. Okay. That can be explained with the diagram. Non-perishable like clothes, pen, watches. What are the shorter consume all the items? Okay, too much of stock will be held from the market carry over the next period. Non-perishable like that can be explained with the diagrammatic explanation. Price determination in short period, MPS. Okay. Price. Price market period supply curve. PD is initial demand curve. It will intersect of the point of MPS, market period supply curve at E. Okay, demand curve வந்து எங்கே கட் ஆகுது? Intersection of the MPS கட் பண்ணும்போது அந்த பாயிண்ட் தான் ஈன்ஸ் வரும். அந்த அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல என்னது இருக்கும்? OP and the this price. Short period. Short period, longer period. What are the pricing determination in the longer period? Okay, in the longer period, all the price equal to minimum average cost of the industry. That will be 3 stages based on the increasing, constant, and the diminishing return. மூணு ரிட்டர்ன் இருக்கும் longer period. அதுக்கு மூணுக்குமே different how they are determining the price ஏற்கனவே பார்த்த மாதிரி they can give it as a different increasing return, decreasing return, constant return, constant cost அப்படிங்கிறத they will explain with the diagram ஓட கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. Longer period, that is first one is increasing and increasing return and decreasing cost. Average cost இதுல fall ஆயிருக்கும். Okay, because of the increasing output. So the supply curve, okay, that is supply curve slope downward from left to right. So MPS is represents the DD, it represents the demand curve. When the DD cuts the LPS, next one is MPS at the point of E. Okay, the DD curve intersects LPS, MPS, SPS. Okay, that's E, the point. Okay. At the point E is supply of another OM and the price of OP. Got it? The point at LPS, MPS, SPS, that is the point of E. In this point, that is OP and OM are the period increasing return constant return, constant cost. Okay, same. அதாவது அதே மாதிரியே diagrammatic explanation is given. Next one is a decreasing return and increasing cost. First increasing, after constant. Third one is decreasing under long run. Okay, the diagram the compulsory part. Next one is monopoly. Mono means seller, another single seller. Single person of a firm, there is no close substitutes, larger number of buyers, price market. They used to be a price maker, supply and price. That is, if you are seeing monopoly, legal monopoly, private monopoly, government monopoly, voluntary, limited, unlimited, single price, discriminating, natural. So, how they are determining the price under the monopoly? Perfect taniya varum, monopoly each and every competition they used to determine the price determination. How they are fixing a price? Monopoly. Okay. Market வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா downward curve இருக்கும், downward sloping curve. That is marginal curve. MR ங்கிறது marginal curve, AR ங்கிறது average revenue curve. Then intersects வராது. He makes the maximum profit when MC, marginal cost, equals to marginal revenue. How they are determining this? Along with the diagrammatic explanation, you have to write it. Okay. Monopoly and the monopolistic competition. Okay. Next step. Any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
We discussed about the perfect, imperfect competition under monopoly and monopolistic. Okay, yeah. Pricing methods determine பண்ணியாச்சு. This is one minute. Next one is production function with one variable unit. Okay, one variable, two variable, ratio ones. First we'll see one variable unit. Variable, the law of variable proportion, reference, So production is nothing but how the input converted as a output. Okay, that is transport sand, operating dwellers, drilling, recruiting new employees, designing a system to. So these are the examples which they are given as for a production. So production function in technical ways, the inputs to output have been given name of production function. The production function is the relation between the physical inputs and the output of a firm for a state of technology. That can be expressed with Q1 equal to F. That is F1 factor 1, 2, 3, like that, etc. So Q1 is the quantity of commodity, and F is represents F1, F2, F3 is the different factors of production which are converted as the output. Okay, that is the equation. Given the relationship between the factors input and converted as the output. That is the amount of goods in the X. Production function expresses the technological relation between the physical inputs converted as the output. Okay, the function may be written as the 2, that is the output 2 is equal to F, NLKE, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. That is the factors of production converted as the output. That can be explained with the inputs are power, fuel, machinery, tools, raw material converted as the production function, converted as the output. That is the final goods and services. So if you are seeing input of factors like land, okay, land, labor, capital, enterprise or organization. Time, short term, long time, and the medium term. Okay, there is explanation about the time. Types of production. Fixed factors of production. Fixed factors and the variable factors. Fixed factors are the factors input cannot be varied according to the quantity. Okay, that is the short period and the fixed period. Variable factors are which can be varying according to the quantity. Okay, variable according to the, that is fixed factors na plant and machinery, heavy equipments. Okay, அது எவ்வளவு quantity இருக்கோ அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி சேஞ்ச் ஆகாது, அப்படியே இருக்கும். பட் வேரியபிள்னா லேபர், ரா மெட்டீரியல், பவர், இதெல்லாம் அக்கார்டிங் டு த குவான்டிட்டிக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி it can make a change. Okay, variable. Third and variable factor. Third and variable output input. Okay, the quantity cannot be changed in the short run. Okay, variable inputs, the quantity may be varying. We are given the types of production functions, that is the short run and the long run. The time period which is in order to make a changes in the production and change only in the variable factors. Not the long run, the input variable. But it is, types of production function. Short run. Short run within a 6 months. Okay, it is functions like building equipment, tools, and others. Long run, like inputs are the variables. Fixed quantity is like machinery, land, building, இது எல்லாமே fixed இருக்குது. Okay, and the variable like according to their quantity which they are producing, the input changes like raw material, transportation, and people. So that அதெல்லாம் changes ஆகும், varying according to the quantity which they are going to produce. Types of production, short run and the long run. Short run ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா according to the law of variable proportions, long run ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா law of returns to scale. Short run production function or the law of variable proportion is nothing but all the some factors are fixed and some factors are variable under short run ல. Additional factors of production are combined with the stock of the law of variable varying according to the quantity that can be explained with the diagram. The okay total any other doubts? Long run function returns to scale. Yeah. You can ask your doubts. Returns to scale. Scale of production, increasing, constant, and the diminishing scale. Okay. புரியுதா? எதுவும் doubts இருக்கா?
No ma'am, no ma'am.
Okay. Introduction chapter for the already I told you recap of previous class. What do you mean by managerial? What do you mean by economics? Managerial economics and differences between the micro and macroeconomics and the characteristics, importance, scope. After that, we discussed about
ஹலோ
yeah.
மேம் நான் உங்களுக்கு மெயில் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் மேம், நான் அந்த ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட்ஸ்லாம்.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. I'm hearing you.
அந்த பிபிடிஸும் எனக்கு ஷேர் பண்ணி விட்டுருங்க மேம், நான் மெயில் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன்.
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Okay. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ல நாங்க என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் அபவுட் மேனேஜரி எக்கனாமிக்ஸ், fundamental concepts of managerial economics. Okay, fundamental concepts of managerial economics is nothing but what are the principles or tools when we are defining the managerial economics அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக. அதாவது we had 6 principles: incremental, principle of time perspective, opportunity cost, discounting principle, equi-marginal, risk and uncertainty. Okay, இதெல்லாம் we discussed under the fundamental concept of managerial economics. 6 concepts. After that, opportunity cost அது எல்லாமே வரும் along with the diagram. Okay. டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம். யூனிட் என்னமா பண்ணோம் yesterday? Next one is demand analysis. Okay, under demand analysis, what do you mean by demand and what are the factors, determinants? Part B. Okay. Types of demand. Either are ஏதாவது ரெண்டு கொஸ்டின்ல ஒரு கொஸ்டின். Types of demand. Elasticity of demand as well as the monopoly, how we are determining the prices under perfect competition. or imperfect competition. Either are இதுல ரெண்டு கொஸ்டின்ஸ்ல வரும். And another thing, input output analysis. Okay, how the input are converted as and consumer equilibrium. Okay, economies and diseconomies of space. So quants. Equilibrium. Or the product. That is nothing but its output. The isocons are the curves which is represent the different combination of inputs producing a particular quantity of output. How we are going to produce the quantity of output. Okay, that is any combinations of on the isocons, it represents the same level of output. We are seeing a definitions by given definition given by Wilson. Wilson is iso product curve. Iso curve product. It shows the different inputs combines the product. Okay. Arma, kindly make a mute. Isocons is also showing here the possible. Satish Kumar, sir. Satish Kumar Tangaraj. Kindly make a mute.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Isocon curve is showing all the possible combinations of inputs. அதாவது raw material இருக்கட்டும், manpower இருக்கட்டும், methods இருக்கட்டும். So physically capable when we are going for the converted as a output. It's given by Ferguson. Isocon ஒரு curve. அதுல how the inputs are converted as a output. Okay. If you are seeing there is okay. If you're seeing assumptions like there is a two factors of production and it can be divisible factors. This can be applicable in the constant technique. Okay. And it's possible for producing variable proportions. Okay. Rather than the fixed variable according to the quantity variable proportions. So we can have efficient combinations like the factors. That is the maximum efficiency. If you are seeing a schedule like that is what will be the combination of labor capital. Okay. For A, combination of A வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு லேபர் இருப்பாங்க, கேபிட்டல் வந்து 15 இருக்கும். The output for the cloth industry, so they are producing 200 units. So for the two labors and the capital 11 இருக்கும்போது என்னதும் 200 units. So it could 3 labors இருக்கும்போது so அதோட level of labor increase ஆனாலும் என்னது ஆனா capital வந்து decrease ஆகுது. But they are given a maximum of effort 200 தான் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Okay, that can be expression with the isocons schedule. That next one is represent with the curve. Isocons, that is the units of labor. X-axis represents the units of labor, units of capital. the IQ curve is the towards downward curve. Okay, left to right. Next one is the map. Map is represents the IQ1, IQ2, isoquants 1, 2, 3, 4. How the people are when the units of labor increases, okay, as well as the capital. Actually, the units of labor, units of capital increases with the units of labor. They are there is increase in quantity of the meters of cloth. Okay, that can be isoquant 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the priorities when you are determining the isoquants? So isoproduct curve, it's a slope downward from left to right. Okay, left to right. When there is increase of labor, okay, there is a decrease in capital at a for the given level of output. Okay, that can be with the explanation of the diagrammatic expression. If there is a labor வந்து L இருக்கும்போது கேபிட்டல் வந்து K. அதை வந்து எல்லுலேருந்து L1 வந்து டிக்ரீஸ் ஆகும்போது இது வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுது. ஓகே, கேபிட்டல் ஆகும்போது டிக்ரீஸ் ஆகி லேபர் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். Okay, that can be IQ curve. It's a convex origin. So marginal rate of technical substitution equal to change of labor divided by change of capital. Okay, that can be explained with the table. Okay. Okay, next one is so product curves. So clients estimating the production function, returns of scale. Larger scale. Law of returns. Any other doubts? Doubts இருக்கா? எல்லாமே டவுட்டா? Returns of scale is nothing but change in the output cost when there is increase in the input. Okay, under the same proportion. Okay, returns it refers nothing but change in the physical output. Okay. Return is nothing but change in the physical output. Scale is representing what will be the quantity input, quantity of the inputs. So scale it represents change in scale means all the factors of production are increased or decreased under the same proportion. Any other doubts? Any clarification? Okay. Doubts எதுவும் இருக்கா? Return வந்து எதை represent பண்ணிருக்கா? Change in the physical output. Okay, அதாவது final productல return வருது. Scale it represents what will be the quantity, what will be the input, how much you are going to employ in order to make a product. Okay. So finally, the returns to scale may be the increasing, constant, decreasing return. Three returns of scale return. When you are seeing a returns of increasing returns, then there is a change in the percentage. It increase all the factors input, suppose greater increase in output. Increase ஆனதுன்னா all the factors of proportion increase ஆனது automatically output also increases. It also known as the stage of decreasing cost. So it occurs because of the larger scale production. Okay, especially if the firm want to go for expansion or diversification, that is the increasing return scale is the beginning. It's the starting stage of increasing returns of scale. So if amount of inputs are doubled and the output increases by more than double the rate, that's the increasing return scale. Okay. What are the reasons more division of labor, more specialized missions will be applicable under the increasing return? If you are seeing a constant return scale, when percentage increases, all the factor input causes equal proportionate to the increase in output. Okay. This is also known as linear homogeneous production function. It will operate under the maximum capacity. In the stage, the combined effect of economies and diseconomies of scale. We are seeing examples. The form doubles inputs, actually double the output. If you are seeing a decrease in return, then there is increase in all the factors. Okay? Proportionately less in increase in output. And there is increase in output smaller proportion to comparison factors of input. Increasing output ரொம்ப ஹையா இருக்கும்போது factors கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும். That is even the stage of optimum capacity. It's also known as stage of increasing cost, and they occurs because of the large scale operations. Okay, any other doubts? They are giving examples
No,
also. Okay,
No,
when you are talking about the returns of scale, large scale, constant, and the decreasing returns. Almost I reading all the things, economies and okay. Okay. If the company wants to go for the large scale production, okay, that is for to say for the economy because of they want to larger profit, economic power and speed they are expecting because the different competitive market. The economy scale is nothing but cost advantages. The enterprise wants to expand due to expansion. It also reduces the cost of units. Okay. What will be increased scale of return, increased scale of operations. That is nothing but because they want to achieve by a new machinery, factory, shop, ship, merger acquisition, plane. So these are all for the large scale. So if you're saving a curve, large revenue average curve, that can be a bell-shaped curve. As the quantity of production increases, quantity increases by point of Q to Q, Q, Q to Q2. The average cost is each unit decreases C from C1. Okay, that can be represented with the LRAC, average the output. Any other example in the factory? Okay, how we are producing a product. Types of the market. Any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Next. Have you sent a mail?
Yes, ma'am. I have sent you mail, ma'am. Even chat boxல போட்டவங்க அவங்களோட ரோல் நம்பர்ஸ் அண்ட் அந்த
ஓகே
பிபிடி மெயில் ரெண்டுமே நான் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன் மேம்.
லாஸ்ட் வரைக்கும் இருந்த எல்லாரோட ரோல் நம்பர் இருக்குல்ல, ஆல் த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ்
நான் திருப்பி ஒன்னு இப்போ டிராஃப்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் மேம். அதுவும் உங்களுக்கு இப்போ வந்துடும். சரிங்களா?
அனுப்பிடுங்க. அண்ட் யூ கேன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யூனிட்ல இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் அபவுட் மேனேஜர் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் தான் இருக்கும். அதுல வந்து அபார்ட் ஃப்ரம் தட் ஃபண்டமெண்டல் பிரின்சிபல் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஓகே, nature and scope of managerial economics. அதுலயே it will cover the important needs, அதெல்லாம் கவர் ஆயிடும். ஓகே, and second unit, what are the types of demand? Okay, the elasticity types. So the differences between the consumer durables and the capital goods. Differences, input output analysis part B, consumer equilibrium part B. So another types வந்து elasticity of types of elasticity factors இது எல்லாமே part C. Reduction functionல 1 factor 2 factor will be part C. Okay, the returns of scale பார்த்தாங்கல்ல, large scale அதாவது increasing, constant and decreasing, it will be for part C. Isoquants for the which one? Part B. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
And last units about the national product measurement of gross domestic national income, personal income, GDP, measure how we can measure the national income saving. Okay, any other doubts? Any doubt இல்லையா? எல்லாமே டவுட்டா?
மேம் டவுட் மேம். மேம் ஆக்சுவலி நம்மளோட புக் இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா மேம், அந்த புக்ல வந்து நம்மளுக்கு 5 யூனிட்ஸ் இருக்கு. அந்த யூனிட்ஸை மட்டும் கவர் பண்ணா போதுமா, இல்ல இன்கேஸ் நம்ம ஜென்ரலா எதனா படிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும்?
அந்த யூனிட்ஸ் எல்லாம் சப் டிவிஷன்ஸ் பிரிச்சு உங்களுக்கு மோர் தென் 12 யூனிட்ஸா கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. கரெக்ட்டா?
ஆமா மேம். ஒரு 16 வரும் மேம். 16 வரும். அதுல
16 சாப்டர்ஸா கொடுத்திருக்காங்க.
ஓகே,
அந்த சாப்டர்ஸ்ல உள்ளத படிச்சாலே போதும். நீங்க எக்ஸ்ட்ராவா படிக்க தேவையே கிடையாது. அதை தான் நாங்க கன்சாலிடேட்டடா பிபிடியா உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்குறோம். within a 4 hours. Okay, within a 4 hours, which very difficult to each and sub division chapters complete பண்ண முடியாம what are the things we have to covered அப்படிங்கறத we are presenting as a PPT.
ஓகே மேம்.
ஏன்னா
புக் இஸ் மோர் தென் எனஃப் மேம். அப்போ நம்ம
book is enough. அதுல இருக்க உங்களுக்கு இப்ப பெர்ஃபெக்ட்னு எடுத்தீங்கன்னா பெர்ஃபெக்ட் அண்ட் லாங் ரன்ல என்ன வரும், ஷார்ட் ரன்ல என்ன வரும், ஈக்லிபிரியம் பாயிண்ட் என்ன வரும், இம்பர்ஃபெக்ட் காம்படிஷன்ஸ் என்ன, so how they are determining the price under the perfect and the imperfect competitions.
ஓகே மேம். இன்னொன்னு கிளாसेस வந்து இந்த 2 வீக் கிளாसेस மட்டும் தானா, இல்ல ஃபர்தரா வருமா, இல்ல எப்படி மேம்? எக்ஸாம்ஸ்லாம் எப்போ மேம் இருக்கு? எனி ஐடியா?
எக்ஸாம்ஸ் மோஸ்ட் ப்ராபப்லி ஏப்ரல்ல வந்துடும். எனக்கு அவ்வளவுதான் தெரியும். And all the further communications will be, they'll send you இது வாட்ஸ்அப்லயோ உங்களுக்கு இதுலயோ கொடுத்துருவாங்கல்ல, they can send it as a message.
ஓகே thank you.
வேற எதுவும் டவுட்ஸ் இருக்கா?
நோ மேம். மேம் ஒரு டவுட். இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் क्वेश्चंस ஒന്നുകൂட ரிப்பீட் பண்ண முடியுமா? பிகாஸ் ஸோ ஏதாவது எக்ஸல் ஷீட் ஏதாவதுல ஒன்று போட்டுட்டு ஏதாவது ஷேர் பண்ண முடியுமா மேம்? இஸ் இட் பாசிபிள்?
Okay, yeah, I'll try to share it in the mail to Vignesh. Okay,
Yes,
he is
okay,
a communicator. He is a communicator to us, between us. So I'll try to give me a one week time. Within a time, I try to make it as possible all the important question as well as try to send it as a PDF. Okay, not a PDF or I'll send it the whatever the PPT. That is, it will be useful for you to prepare next.
Yes, okay ma'am.
After ஓகே, பிபிடியை நீங்க படிச்சிட்டீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்கும். உள்ள டெப்த் ஆஃப் த நாலேஜ்க்கு when you are referring your book, it will be easy for you.
ஓகே. மேம் விச் இஸ் பெட்டர் புக் ஆக்குமா இல்லை நமக்கு பிபிடி ஆக்குமா நமக்கு படிச்சா பெட்டர் ஏதாக்கும் மேம் பிகாஸ் நம்ம இதுல இப்போ
இல்ல
இந்த
after reading a PPT you can
Okay.
go for a book.
Okay, okay.
ஏன்னா இதுல வந்து you gather some idea. After gathering idea, if you are going a depth of the knowledge it will be easy for you to prepare. இல்லைன்னா ஒரு மாதிரி மொனோட்டனஸா இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஈஸிலி யூ கெட் போர். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுக்கும்போது புக் எடுக்கும்போது போர் அடிக்கும். So better you can first you try to learn from PPT. After that you can go for a book. Book is enough. They are covering all the topics.
Okay,
The
okay, ma'am. Okay.
questions also easy only. Don't okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Any other doubts? Any other doubts? Ma, any other doubts? Because after 12:45 we are having 1:30 the classes will be starting.
Okay.
Okay. What is the next class? Accounting.
Accounting for managers.
Accounting for managers. Okay, it will be easy only. Financial accounting. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Trading, profit and loss account.
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet. After the balance sheet, they are இது தானே. What is the topic?
Yes, ma'am.
லீசிங்லாம் இருக்கா? லீசிங் இருக்கா?
அது கவர் பண்ணல மேம், இன்னும் அது இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் சிலபஸ்ல.
Okay. Okay. All the best for your exams. Can we leave? Any other doubts?
Yes, ma'am. Please send the PPTs to Vigneshwar, ma'am.
Okay, okay. வேற எதுவும் டவுட்ஸ்லாம் இல்ல?
ஹலோ மேம், ஒரு டவுட்.
No doubts, ma'am.
எக்ஸாம் எப்போ ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும் மேம்?
Monday, இந்த வந்து end of the March I think so.
ஓகே மேம்.
Maybe in the April we can expect. Okay. Okay, ma'am. 1 minute. I'll take the screenshot.